Welcome back to the channel. Again, it's still Saturday. Christmas is a few days away, and we're going to continue the Christmas storybooks from our box up until Christmas. So, this is a book somebody gave my kids when they were little. Santa is Coming to Montana. Written by Smallman and illustrated by Robert Dunn and Alan Brown. Right there on the bottom. Santa is Coming to Montana. Let's get right into this. My position so I can see it good. Can you see it? There we go. Well, boom, Santa. Have all the children from Montana been good this year? Well, mostly, answered the little old elf as he bustled around across the busy workshop to Santa's desk. Santa peered down at the elves from behind the tall, teetering piles of letters that the children of Montana had sent him. Mostly, asked Santa, looking over the top of his glasses. Yes, but they've all been especially good in the last few days, said the elf. Jolly good, chuckled Santa. Then we'd better get their presents loaded up. Even though the sack of presents was really, really big, and the elf was really, really big, really small, there seemed to have no trouble loading it into Santa's sleigh. Though he managed to fit such a big sack onto his little sleigh, even they didn't know, but somehow they did. Splendid. Boom, Santa, we're ready to go. Not quite, Santa said, the little old elf. One of your reindeer is missing. Uh-oh. Who's missing? Missing? Which reindeer is missing? Asked Santa. The youngest one, Santa, said the elf. It is his first flight tonight. I've called him and called him, but just then the young reindeer strolled up, munching on a large carrot. Where have you been? Asked Santa. But the young reindeer was crunching so loudly that it was no wonder he hadn't heard the little old elf calling. Oh well, never mind, said Santa, giving the reindeer a little wink. He took out his Santa nav and tapped in the coordinates for Montana. That'll guide us to Montana in no time. Crunch, crunch. That silly reindeer. With a flick of the reins and a jerk of the harness, off they went, racing through the sky. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. We'll soon have their presents delivered to the big sky country. Santa's sleigh flew through the starry night, heading south across the Arctic Ocean. On they flew in the wintry air, crossing over Alberta in the wink of an eye. The sleigh was flying over the Rocky Mountains. The youngest reindeer was very excited. He had never been away from the North Pole before. Look at that picture. They were just nearing Flathead National Forest when suddenly they ran into a blizzard. Snowflakes whirled around the sleigh. They couldn't see a thing. The youngest reindeer was getting a bit worried, but Santa doesn't seem concerned. "In 2 miles," said the center nav, in a bossy lady's voice. "Keep left at the next star." "But Mama," Santa bolstered, "I can't see any star in all the snow." Soon they were hopelessly lost. Then through the howling blizzard the youngest reindeer heard a faint ringing sound. Ding dong! Looked over at the old reindeer with the ringed nose, but he had his head down. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Ding dong. There was that sound again, the church bell ringing. The youngest reindeer turned around to look at Santa, but Santa wasn't listening. He seemed to be arguing with the little box with the button on it. With a flick of his harness and a jerk of the rein, the youngest reindeer gave a sharp tug and headed off towards the sound of the bells, pulling Santa in a sleigh behind him. Uh-oh, where's he taking him? Uh-oh, cried Santa, pulling his hat. What's going on? Then to his surprise he heard the ringing sound. "Well done, young reindeer," he shouted cheerfully. "It must be the Cathedral of St. Helena." "Don't worry, children, Santa's coming." Then suddenly, crunch! Uh-oh, what happened? The sleigh hit something as it plummeted through the snowy clouds. "You've arrived," said the Santa nav unhelpfully. Finally, when the snow had died down and the clouds parted, Santa discovered exactly where they were. Struck right on the top of the Christmas tree near the Holter Museum of Art. "Everybody pull!" The reindeer pulled with all their might until at last, with a screeching noise, the sleigh scraped clear of the Christmas tree, and Santa steered them slightly over Carroll College, above Inclade Avenue, and down into Spring Meadow Lake State Park. Luckily there was no real damage done, but the packages had all been jumbled up. Santa quickly sorted out the presents in order again. "All right," said Santa. "Thanks to this young reindeer, I know where we are now. Don't worry, children, Santa is coming." Santa drove his sleigh expertly from rooftop to rooftop all over Montana, popping in and out of chimneys as fast as he could, which was pretty fast for a chubby fella. There was a big chimney in Butte and a small chimney in Anaconda. He squeezed down thin chimneys in Kalispell and plummeted down fat chimneys in Great Falls. The youngest reindeer was amazed at how quickly they went. Santa never seemed to get tired at all. And it looked like the children in Montana were going to be very lucky this year, but the youngest reindeer was starting to feel a bit worried and quite hungry too. In the houses after house, Santa delivered inside his sack for packages for every shape and size. He piled them on the Christmas tree and carefully filled up the stockings with surprises. In house after house, the good children of Montana had left a large plate of cookies, a small glass of milk, and a big crunchy carrot. Santa took a little bite of each cookie, a tiny sip of milk, wiped his beard, and popped the carrot into the sack. From Billings to Bozeman, from Hamilton to Havre, from Missoula to Miles City, and all the places in between, Santa and the sleigh visited every house in Montana. Santa delivered presents to Andrew, Allison, Anna, Abriel, Archie, Ashley, the list went on and on. Zach, Zaire, Zooey, Seba, Sealby. That must be spelled incorrect, surely. Finally, Santa had delivered the last present on his long list, Montana list. Great moons and stars, sighed Santa. In the past midnight, and my sack seems as heavy as ever. Oh, I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Santa opened his sack to check, but it was full of juicy, crunchy carrots. Santa divided the carrots among the reindeer. Well done, he said, patting the young reindeer gently on his nose. But the youngest reindeer didn't hear him. He was too busy munching. Then it was time to set off for home. Santa reset his Santa nav once more to the North Pole. And soon they were speeding over Granite Peak above Glacier National Park and out over the Continental Divide through the crisp, starry night. Ho, 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 laughed Santa. Merry Christmas, Montana. So again, that was Santa is Coming to Montana. I don't know where we got this, but I think we've had it for a very long time. So again, I'll keep reading. There's a few more books left in my box, and I'll keep posting. This morning we got something. One sec here. Take you along. It is early still this morning, so we get to see the sunrise. Take you along for a nice little sunrise this morning. Look at that. Just coming up. Beautiful out here this morning. Chickens think they're hungry. Well, keep watching and I'll keep reading. You keep reading. And until next time, like, subscribe, and have a good day.